I am Terrance Hayes. I'm a professor at Carnegie Mellon, and I'm going to read a few poems from Lighthead, which is my most recent book. This is the first poem into the collection, and I think of it as a kind of ars poetica, which gives you a sense of some of the primary themes for this collection. The poem's called Lighthead's Guide to the Galaxy. Ladies and gentlemen, ghosts and children of the state, I am here because I could never get the hang of time. This hour, for example, would be like all the others were it not for the rain falling through the roof. I'd better not be too explicit. My night is careless with itself, troublesome as a woman wearing no bra in winter. I believe everything is a metaphor for sex. Love-making mimics the act of departure. Moonlight drips from the leaves. You can spend your whole life doing no more than preparing for life and thinking, is this all there is? Thus I am here where poets come to drink a dark, strong poison with tiny shards of ice, something to loosen my primate tongue and its syllables of debris. I know all words come from pre-existing words and divide until our pronouncements develop selves. The small dog barking at the darkness has something to say about the way we live. I'd rather have what my daddy calls scrimp. He says discreet and means the street just out of sight. Not what you see, but what you perceive. That's poetry. Not the noise, but its rhythm. An arrangement of derangements. I'll eat you to live. That's poetry. I wish I glowed like a brown-skinned pregnant woman. I wish I could weep the way my teacher did as he read us Molly Bloom's soliloquy of yes. When I kiss my wife, sometimes I taste her caution. But let's not talk about that. Maybe art's only purpose is to preserve the self. Sometimes I play a game in which my primitive craft fires upon an alien ship whose intention is the destruction of the earth. Other times I fall in love with a word like somberness, or moonlight juicing naked branches. All species have a notion of emptiness, and yet the flowers don't quit opening. I am carrying the whimper you can hear when the mouth is collapsed, the wisdom of monkeys. Ask a glass of water why it pities the rain. Ask the lunatic yard dog why it tolerates the leash. Brothers and sisters, when you spend your nights out on a limb, there's a chance you'll fall in your sleep. Here's one, and it's called Fishhead for Katrina. And I think of it as a kind of metaphorical poem, kind of lyric poem, but this would be as close as I could get to a poem about New Orleans, where I lived for a few years. Fishhead for Katrina. The mouth is where the dead who are not dead do not dream. A house of damaged translations. Task married to distraction. As in a bucket left in a storm, a choir singing in the rain like fish acquiring air underwater. Prayer and sin the body performs to know it is alive. Lit from the inside by reckoning, as in a city which is no longer a city. The tongue reaching down a tunnel. The teeth wet as windows set along a highway where the dead live in the noise of their shotgun houses. They drift from their wards like fish spreading thin as a song diminished by its own opening. Split by faith and soaked in it. The mouth is a flooded machine.